Hi, my name is Sara Meek Rogers. I'm the children's minister at Grace Chapel, and today I bring to you something very exciting. In this little box is joy. Now, what do you think of whenever I tell you that? It's not a ring or, I don't know, diamonds or anything. It's this. If any of you guys have ever worked with 2-year-olds, you truly understand that this is a bottle of joy. I heard a teacher recently say once that you can't ring a bell or blow a bubble without smiling, and I think there's something to that. I get to teach 2-year-olds at our preschool, and blowing bubbles with them is really one of my very favorite things to do. So yes, blowing bubbles is fun and it makes us smile, but what does this little plastic container of soap suds and water tell us about joy in our lives? And I believe it's this. C.S. Lewis said, "The very nature of joy makes nonsense of our common distinction between having and wanting." And what does that mean for me? Well, if I blow a bubble and try to grab it and catch hold of it, that bubble's going to disappear with the prick of a finger, right? So what is it that makes these bubbles so exciting? For me, it's the experience of the bubbles. It's the blowing, it's the seeing, it's the chasing, it's the popping, it's, wondering how big they're going to come out. Is it even going to work when I blow them? Are there things going to come out, or am I going to have to try 5 times? Is it going to pop because it hit a tree, or is it going to land in the grass and then stay there where I can see all the colors swirling around in it? There's something so exciting about the experience of doing bubbles, of blowing bubbles. So it's the joy that comes in what we experience. And I think that's true for our daily lives as well. Just like the bubbles, if we think of the things in our lives that we try to grasp hold of, that we try to acquire, the things that we possess, that bubble just pops. Instead, joy comes to us in the experience of God's creation, in the hugs that we give our children and our family members and our friends, in the warm coffee on a cold day, in sitting outside and just glorying in God's creation. Our joy comes in the living and not in the having. So Psalms 90:14 says, "Satisfy us in the morning with your unfailing love, that we may sing for joy and be glad all our days." And that's my prayer for us in this Advent season, that we may deeply feel God's great love and sing for joy at the experience of living in God's great creation.